Hi Geminis, thank you so much for your patience and welcome back. Thank you for clicking this video and liking and subscribing and commenting if you do, and welcome if you're new, and I hope that you will subscribe and like and comment. Anywho, let's go ahead and get into the reading. The only thing different with the planets for the end of July is that Mercury is retrograde in Leo, but it will transition into Cancer on the 19th, and then Venus is going to go from Cancer to Leo on the 27th of this month. So they're flip-flopping basically. Other than that, same old, same old. Pluto still retrograde in Capricorn. Jupiter still retrograde in Sagittarius. Pluto is retrograde in Neptune. Chiron is retrograde in Aries. I'm missing another retrograde. Pluto, Saturn, Neptune, Mercury. I'm missing one. Anywho, it'll come to me. But actually, the website is right freaking here. Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Pluto, Chiron, and Mercury are all retrograde. Venus is in Cancer, Mars is in Leo, and Uranus is in Taurus. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. This is going to be a little bit of a different spread. It's still a relationship spread, but it's going to look at a different aspect of the relationship. It's called the spread for evaluating a relationship. So we'll just dig a little deeper, and I find this spread to be appropriate, especially with all the retrogrades we're experiencing and all the changes that they're bringing, all the energy shifts that they're bringing, as well as, you know, we're learning more about ourselves, and then in tune we're learning more about the people that we're dealing with. So I think this is a good thing to look into, especially if you don't know where someone stands in your life or why they're in your life, or whether they should or shouldn't be in your life, and you're trying to figure out, should I keep dealing with this person? Should I not? And you could very, very much so be like on the fence, or feeling one way about it one day and another the next, or 1 minute you're like yes and 1 minute you're like no. Because I just did a couple readings. I took a break. I was like, I'm gonna go outside, chill outside for a little bit and warm up because it was cold in the house. So I came back upstairs and I cut the fan off, and I was like, you know what, I'm kind of tired. Do I want to go ahead and push through this reading? Nah. And I started putting my cards up and everything. I was like, nah, I'll just wait till tomorrow. I didn't do as many readings as I wanted to do today, and I slept most of the day, but I didn't sleep last night, so I slept most of the day. And I wasn't as productive as I wanted to be. So I was like, I'm not gonna beat myself up about it. I'll do it tomorrow. And I was like, I sat here and I was like, what am I gonna do? If I put these cards up, what am I gonna do? And I was like, idle time and the idle mind is probably not the best. They say the idle mind is the devil's playground, or, you know, and I just don't like having too much idle time. So I was like, you know what? Nah. I started taking my cards back. I was like, nah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this reading. I can do it. I have the energy to do it. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So depending on how I feel after this reading, I may do one more. Otherwise, this will be the last one for the night. Anywho, so you could very much so be in that energy of like, I'm gonna do it, no I'm not, gonna do it, no I'm not, or in and out, or off and on. Take it how it resonates. So anyway, this is going to be a 6-card spread. We will further evaluate the spread and clarify with the soul cards deck, and then I will pull more cards and do an extended reading over on Patreon for members there. So click the link in the description to see what options you have, what the tier levels include, as well as booking personal readings, donating, and connecting with my social media. All of that information is below. If you don't know where you have Gemini in your chart other than Sun, or if you don't know if you even have Gemini in your chart at all, which I'm sure you probably do if you clicked on this video. But anyway, if you want to know what else is in your chart, click the link in the description showing you how to pull your birth chart, showing you all the placements of the planets. And The planetstoday.com in the astrology section will tell you what each planet represents, what your ruling planet is. If you're a fixed sign, mutable sign, or cardinal sign, it will tell you the element of your sign. It tells you a lot of information. So, let's get 4 shuffles for Geminis. That's 1, 2. Somebody's not wanting to work on something. Giving up before you should. Giving up too soon. 1 more. All right. So some of you are like the in and out energy, but you're like out. And like even when you're tempted to go back in, you're like, nah. Okay, overall theme of the reading, we have the King of Swords in the reverse. Somebody's being cold and distant. Cold and distant, probably trying to control the situation. Probably even manipulative. Could be playing a little bit of mind games as well. This is air energy. Could be Aquarius or Libra, but also Gemini. This is someone who is, I think, also struggling with making a decision. The King ordinarily knows exactly what the best decision is and has no problem voicing that opinion, is very clear and open-minded, but I think this is, your judgment is a little bit clouded. You could be a little bit moody. You could feel a little bit destructive or indecisive. Could also be a little bit bitter. This can also represent being egoic or making head over heart decisions, and I think a lot of you are making head over heart decisions. Like it's been like a tug of war with your head and your heart, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it, no I'm not, yeah, I'm gonna do it, no I'm not, or whatever that represents for you. And I think some of you are just struggling with making the right decision or just not making a decision altogether. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, but this person's purpose in your life, to break the chains, to break the change. There could be this person's purpose could be to help you be released from the bondage of your ego, of your mind. You are a mental sign. You are an air sign. Mercury is your ruling planet, and it is retrograde right now. So, this person could be in your life to help you break this egotism, to help you break the chains of your ego, egoic ways. You could have Capricorn in your chart. This is a Capricorn card for the major arcana. But this person is in your life to kind of help shift your values or create some type of change. And I think it's the change in the relationship with yourself. Help you to sever the ties with the unbalanced mental state that you have here, or the imbalanced decision making, or feeling restricted, or feeling ruled by fear or your ego or control, because this is also someone who like is manipulative or wants to control or dictate. An authoritarian who, you know, gives directions, but it's cold and it's not, you know, not necessarily compassionate. And that's very much so the attitude of the ego, the characteristics of the ego. The ego looks out for itself, and fear will keep you stuck, keep you from missing out on a lot of great things. So I think this person is probably in your life to help you overcome your ego, simply put. How does this person's energy affect you? I think this person does give you a push. They give you something that you need to keep you going. They motivate you. They could be very encouraging for you. This is Cancer energy. You could be dealing with the Cancer. You could be a Gemini Cancer cusp, or Cancer Gemini cusp, whatever. But I think this person does give you like a boost. Something about what they do gives you energy. It helps you move forward. And they keep you motivated, I think. That's good. That's some good stuff. Where our strengths are as a team. I'm reading this all wrong. Where are our strengths as a team? Man, that's a tongue twister. I'm sorry. Yes, that is the right card. Where are our strengths as a team? The Four of Cups. think there's a need for new interest. There's probably a little bit boredom. One or both of you may have your guard up. The Four of Cups is about, this is a little bit confusing in this place, but let me try to make this make sense. Because this represents your strengths as a team. I think you both have an understanding of why each other has their guard up. I think you understand each other in that sense. You may be kind of like struggle buddies, because this card can also represent depression. So I think you probably, I don't want to say like you're struggle buddies and you're only cool because you have the same struggle, but no, you may have the same type of depression, or you may understand each other's depression or something like that. But this represents a need for new interests or emotional scars. I think maybe some of you have the same emotional scars. This could also represent fear of love. I think both of you have something to gain by overcoming your fear of love, because again, fear resides and resonates, resides with the ego. It begins in the ego. But of course, we're going to dig deeper. This is Cancer as well, but it could represent being stuck in a rut. Which for some reason could be a good thing if you do it together. I think maybe separately it's not so effective, but I think if you are kind of like in this emotional boredom or stagnation or stasis together, that you wouldn't be so emotionally bored. Like, it would take the meaning away from this card completely, but I think it's like better to have someone there than nobody. So maybe you do kind of in a sense need a struggle buddy. What kind of challenges do we face as a team? Listen, this represents betrayal, backstabbing, heartbreak, heartache, hurt, being backstabbed, or the slander or gossip, or something not working in your favor, an ending of a relationship or a breakdown in a relationship, hitting rock bottom as well. I don't have words. This is Virgo energy. Virgo? Okay. If you say so. I'm like, Virgo. I'm reading my notes. But anyway, it's air, but it's Aquarius, Gemini, or Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. I don't know why Virgo is here, but whatever. Challenges you face. You may, I think, either gossip or slander. This could also represent secrets being revealed. One or both of you may have done that to each other. There could have been some betrayal in that sense. Or this represents like not being able to get over or get past some past heartbreak, betrayal, or sorrow, or rock bottom type of situation. I think both of you, like both of you could come together to help kind of like heal each other, but you have to get over your own heartbreak first. Or you feel like you have to get over your own heartbreak first. But I think if you just were to like take a second look at this opportunity being presented to you, both of you, because it could be like hit and miss. Could be twin flame type of situation, like a runner chaser, and then flip flop. One of you the chaser, one of you is the chaser, one of you is the runner, and then the runner turns into the chaser and the chaser turns into the runner. But I think if one of you were just to stop and end the cycle and take a look at this cup that's there, that would be your strength and help you get over any heartbreaking situations that you have been through, because they have ended. It's over. But I think it's keeping you from that fear, because it's right under your ego, that fear from those situations that you have experienced. You know, you're not wanting to experience those type of situations again. So that's the challenge, you know. Moving forward, without being so afraid that you're going to end up in a situation like this and that you manifest it, because that's what's circulating through your mind so much. That's what you're thinking about all the time. So that's what's going to come into fruition. You don't want that. The underlying issue you have in your relationship, there's no action being taken. There could be a distance between you two, or delay in action, or delay of travel. This is Aries energy. There's a need for practical planning. Somebody is wanting a free ride, being a little bit unrealistic with their expectations, or being a little bit disappointed that no action has been taken, or that they don't see any progress yet. They feel like they've been working hard, but this is only a 3, so you know what I'm saying? You ain't been working that hard. As hard as you feel like you have. But there's been a lot of passion put into their efforts, or whatever the efforts include. There's been a lot of passion and possibly creativity as well. This card, like I said, is the underlying issue of the relationship. There's delay in success. There's a need to be patient, but somebody's frustrated because things aren't going their way. And it could be that they think that they're working really hard. Towards some of you, very well could be, and just disappointed that things aren't coming through fast enough. Mercury is retrograde right now, by the way, but this could also be somebody just having unrealistic expectations, thinking that things should be a lot easier than they are. Or yeah, because a free ride is like wanting something for nothing, wanting wanting to benefit from something without investing in it. Okay, a better way to communicate with them. The 4 of Wands. This represents rest, refuge, and alignment. Look, and I think with these 2 4s coming together, because this represents your strengths together. And like I said, if one of you just accepts this cup, there could be so much alignment and harmony and growth here. This represents prosperity and also like celebration. It's settling down into either a community, a job, a relationship, settling down into something. It's about creating a foundation. It's about structure and stability, openness, being confident, being able to be yourself, being free. It's also like the honeymoon phase of a new relationship. I think if you guys just focus on the things that you're passionate about and highlighting your strengths rather than your weaknesses, and focusing on the things that bring you together rather than tear you apart, that there could create so much balance here. Like I said, this very well could be a twin flame connection, or divine counterpart connection, somewhere on the spectrum, soulmate, karmic partner, whatever. With 1111 here, there could be so much more balance. I think if you just focus on the things that you're happy and passionate about, and the things that you're creative about, and the things that bring hope and happiness and involve peace and positivity. If you focus on all of those things rather than pessimism and fears and heartbreak and slander and gossip, things that you've already been through. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like this is old. It definitely is old. Like, it's done. It's old. It's already happened. These swords are already in the back, in your back, his back, her back, whoever. So I think if you focus on success of the future instead of reflecting on past heartbreak or hurt or betrayal, and being so stuck in this emotionally stagnant and closed off place, that you could have harmony. So let's clarify the spread. This is soul card set. 2 more shuffles, please. Thought I heard something. I guess that's my bracelet. Clarify the spread for Geminis. 2 of Wands in reverse, clarifying the 10 of Swords. Definitely not making a decision. There's some type of breakdown or an ending of this partnership. Somebody's not making any plans, not making a decision. this also represents fears, stubbornness and pride, miscommunication, and unexpected, it could be unexpected expenses, could also be travel delay. It's either an unreliable partner or somebody who may have commitment issues also is what I'm getting. That's not in my notes here, but it shows delay of travel projects, commitments, passionate projects, creative projects. It's time to examine your path though. And I think Gemini, you're in a place where you need to make a decision and you're either avoiding making that decision or your fears are keeping you stubborn. And there's a lot of pride and there's just like a refusal to make a decision. Take it how it resonates. All right, so this person's purpose in your life. With the devil in reverse, we have the Two of Cups. Soulmate connection. This is the Lovers and the Devil's card. This person is in your life to help you break the chains, Gemini. They're meant to help you. They're meant to bring you balance, and to help you overcome your ego. Yeah, because this is about harmony and passion and love and abundance and coming together, blending, creating balance and creating harmony. This person is definitely a soulmate connection. It's on the spectrum somehow, and this person is in your life to help you overcome your mind, help you overcome your ego, help you overcome your fears, and also maybe even addictions. With the Three of Wands here in the Chariot, delay again. I think they do inspire you to move forward, or they give you some type of motivation, but at the same time, with the Three of Wands in the reverse, you are disappointed by something not going the way you wanted to, or you still want a free ride. It's like this person is motivating you, and they give you they probably are very uplifting and encouraging, and I'm just getting motivation. They give you things, whether it's words or advice or actions or affection, whatever it is that they do for you, it gives you a lot of motivation. It gives you a lot of drive. It keeps you determined and it keeps you moving forward, but at the same time, you still want a free ride. For whatever reason, it's like you're not wanting to deal with your ego, your mind. And I think that's what this wanting a free ride is about. It's like not wanting to tend to the matter that's actually going to help you to the next level. The Seven of Swords is here with the Four of Cups. So this to me is like, it's more mental energy, trying to figure out a way out, trying to manipulate the situation in your favor. This could also represent slander, but it could be like victimhood, playing the victim, or giving up before you need to. Like you need to stand your ground, but you're just giving up. And I think it's also needing to pay attention to the opportunities that present themselves to you, and any opportunities presenting themselves to you, or anything that you may have been offered that you either denied or rejected or need to take a second look at. Because this could talk about ignoring the obvious. So with these two cards together, I think you are in this place where you have your guard up and you need to take a second look at the opportunity that's being presented to you and not play the victim so much. Because I think some of you are like kind of like feeling sorry for yourselves and holding on to old slander, holding on to, I think maybe some of you are very sensitive and very, like it really bothers you what other people think and say about you. And it shouldn't, but I think it does. And I don't know, maybe this person said something to you, gave you some type of harsh truth, and you took it personally and you can't let it go. But I think they also motivate you and give you determination and help bring you some drive, help keep you moving forward. But at the same time, it's like, if there's a little tough love, it's like you like it when it's positive, but you don't like, you shut down when it's something that you don't want to hear. It's like, no, I'm not gonna take your love. That's what I get from that. It's like very, very childlike, very childlike. And then we have the Page of Cups with the Ten of Swords. So, okay. And then this is your strengths as a team. Yeah, so this is Aquarius energy. You could be dealing, you don't have to be dealing with any of these signs. If this is Cancer, this is Aquarius. I think both of you need to stand your ground and kind of just take a second look at what's being offered or any opportunities presenting themselves to you. What challenges you face as a team. Yeah, I think learning new ways to love, and also exploring your curiosities about what other connections that can come with the Page of Cups and the Ten of Swords, because I think you know that there's better connections out here. You know that every situation is not going to end up like this, and you're very curious to find it, but your fears are overwhelming you and not allowing you to explore those curiosities, because this is someone who's very imaginative and intuitive and very kind and looking for love, looking to learn more about love, right? But this Ten of Swords energy does feel very heavy. I think it's just something that you're holding on to. It's something that's done, but it's also keeping you from stepping into this Page of Cups energy entirely. It's Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Like I said, you could be a Cancer, Gemini, cusp, because we do have the Chariot here, and then another Cancer card here, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, an underlying issue in your relationship. We have the Hangman, excuse me, in the reverse. Again, like wanting a free ride, not letting go. Not letting go, like holding on to that. Also, either materialism, lack of perspective, or not being able to let go of wanting things to go your way. The Hangman in reverse is very selfish energy. Being naive, lacking awareness, and clinging to the past. Clinging to your way of doing things. And clinging to, like, I want what I want when I want it my way. And like I said, this Three of Wands is like wanting a free ride or having unrealistic expectations. And I think you are just like full ego mode, like hella ego. And this is not a good energy to be in. This is Aries energy and Pisces with the Hangman, or it's Neptune and Pisces, and Neptune is retrograde in Pisces. So this is gonna keep coming up until you deal with it. And if it's a person that you're dealing with who's triggering you, and you think by, you know, not giving into this person or not entertaining this person that you're going to avoid this lesson, you're not. So then we have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse with the Four of Wands. A better way to communicate with them. I think if you just express to your fears, because the Four of Pentacles in the reverse can also talk about clinging to something, or it's overprotection for me, because it's like your safety zone, your comfort zone. But it's also greed and materialism, or worries. It's fear. It's not willing to take a risk, or not willing to leave your comfort zone. Also guarding yourself. So I think this guarded energy that one or both of you is in is very extreme. One of you may be trying to let the guard down and the other may not be. But I think if you just shine some light on that, like I said, focus on the happiness and the stability and where you are aligned and not where you're afraid, and just be open in your communication. I think that would help a ton. And we got those 2 fours. So I think there's just a need to focus on the stability and the happiness and like the cupcake phase, the happy, the passionate, creative energy that exists, and the passion. I said passion. Focus on that and not any worries, or somebody's probably very materialistic too. One more. 3 cards of advice for Gemini. I think this will be my last one tonight. All right, 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups, and the 2 of Swords in reverse. All right, I like that. And I think this is just telling you to go for your dreams. Go for the things that make you feel full and abundant and happy. And don't be afraid. Like I said, your fears will keep you trapped and keep you stuck. And you'll never know what something feels like if, you know, you'll always be curious about the experience of something if you allow your fears to keep you trapped and stay in this 4 of Pentacles energy where you're scared of leaving your comfort zone. That's happening a lot in these readings. I'm seeing that a lot. Declare your intention. And I think that is just what helps the communication here too. Talk about what you want, not what you don't want. Shine the light on what is aligned and what is not imbalanced. Shine the light on what is happy and prosperous and not what is fear-based and ego-based. And that will grow, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you feed will grow. Declare your intention, attracting good fortune, celebration, free of guilt and regret, seeing a project to completion. So I think you've probably embarked on this journey. Some of you have started. And like I said, you're in a place where like, do I keep going? Do I stop? Do I keep going? Do I stop? Do I keep going? Do I stop? And that's what this Chariot is about too. You're going and then you're stopping. You're going and then you're stopping. Or there's progress and then there's delay. Progress and then there's delay. But this is major arcana energy and this is minor. So, I mean, which one is heavier, or which one should you follow? The divine or the worldly, the 3D? You know what I'm saying? So I think if you just make your desires known and just move forward into this new Page of Cups energy, not holding on to anything from the past, even if you've caused some type of betrayal or backstabbing towards someone else, not letting go of guilt, because guilt and fear is all from the ego, and just focusing on love and happiness. You can start achieving it when you start just redirecting your energy to the things that you want. You will start gaining the things that you want. This represents here, craft a legacy, ultimate contentedness, create long-lasting bonds with those you call family. Some of you, this is a family member. Some of you, you want to create a family with this person. It could be a significant other. This is also my settle down card. This could be someone that you can see yourself marrying. I think your advice is to go for it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever this represents for you, whatever this 9 and 10 of Pentacles, 9 and 10 of Cups is for you. This is Pisces energy too, by the way. You could be dealing with a Pisces. Or you could have Pisces in your chart. And it's also for me like going from single to family. Going from independent to the family. It's, yeah. Stating your intentions. Sharing with this person what it is that you want. Communicating your desires, making them known, and then working together for it. I mean, you have the 2 of Cups here. What do you want? All right, then we have the 2 of Swords in the reverse. All right, more air energy. Fear of failure. Drifting through life without direction, giving your power away to others. That's exactly what you do when you vibrate in fear. You allow your fear to control you, and then I think others in the situation, whoever else you're dealing with in the situation, then is able to manipulate the situation in their favor, and I think that leaves you with a lot of regret and resentment. And you begin to resent yourself as well, but I think it's easier just for you to place the blame on others, but it's just projection. And it's a vicious cycle that some of you have been in, and I think you just need to get to a place where you can make wise decisions. Make wise decisions. Use judgment and strategy, and also follow your heart. Don't be too logical, because your mind is also your ego, and your ego is full of fear and doubt and worry. And it's going to keep you stuck. It's going to keep you making bad decisions. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some extra cards in the extended reading for Patreon. Please join me there if you'd like to see more information or get more insight from this reading. And check out the other 2 tier levels as well. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Also connect with me on social media, my Instagram, Facebook, and Patreon, and every other social media account that I have is linked below, as well as my podcast. Working on an Etsy shop for my jewelry and my rollerballs and my other products. You can still book a personal reading with the link below, and also Reiki Healing. I can send distance Reiki Healing as well. So if you or someone you know is in need of healing of any kind, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, you name it, you can book that for them as well. There's a link below for that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for connecting with me. And until next time, peace, love, and light. Bye.